Hey, good afternoon. It is Monday, September 8th. This is day 22 of my 100 days of video challenge on YouTube. Um, as I said, today's Monday, so I'm going to kind of go over our numbers from last week. Last week, we sold 118 units, which comes out to just under 17 per day. And we listed 106 units, which comes out to a little over 15 per day. My goal for both of those is 30 a day, so we're not there yet. Our average for the year on both of those is right at 17, so for units sold, we're right at our average. We're a little under our listed, but that's going to change this week. Last week, it was the beginning of school. We've got 4 kids. 3 of them are school age. So I was just a little busy. They also all do take dance, and that started at the same time. So it was a very busy week, a lot of running around. It's not an excuse by any means, but it definitely affected some of our time. Our average profit per game was almost dead on with our yearly average at $11.21. So kind of an average week. I wish we would have gotten a little more listed. As I said, my goal is 30 a day, and I aim to do that this week. I'm kind of on a mission. I want to get 210 listings done this week. So that's what I'm going to do. I thought for this Monday I'd kind of highlight some of our larger sales last week. Now, most of the stuff we sell falls in the $20 to $30 range. That's like probably 75% of what we sell, and we just sell it over and over and over and over again. But we do occasionally sell a few things that are a little bit higher. We probably get a couple sales a month that are over $100. Obviously, between 40 and 100 it's not our typical sale, but we do like them when they come in. So I've got 5 of them here that we had last. This is just eBay. Amazon, I'm not quite sure how to screenshot the sales correctly. So this is just eBay because I know how to do it. The best sale we had last week was we sold a Little Tykes Peak Road Set, which obviously is not a game. We sold it for $100 plus shipping. You'll see the sale here. It says it is refunded. For some reason, eBay charged them over $80 for shipping, which was way beyond what it actually cost, so we refunded some of their shipping. But it was a $100 sale, which was really nice. It's one of those that it's not our typical game that we sell, but when I find them at thrift stores or the occasional garage sale I go to, and they're cheap. I mean, I don't think this one was more than $8, $9 at a thrift store. So those are no-brainers when I see how much they're going for. The second one was an electronic battleship. It's the 1989 edition, the vintage one. We typically sell those for about $50 plus shipping, and that's what we sold this one for. It was $50 plus shipping. And next on the list was a Thomas all-aboard road and railway system. We sold that one for $50 plus shipping. It's kind of like the Little Tykes set. I like train sets. I like them because they like the games. You can, if something's not working, you can typically part out the pieces, and they tend to sell pretty well and pretty fast. And Thomas is a good brand to pick up if you see it out there. If you see Thomas, definitely worth looking up to see if it's worth buying. The 4th and 5th one on the list each sold for $40. These ones are more in line with our typical sales, kind of like the electronic battleship. Both of them sold for $40. It was a Turing Tumble game and a cash flow game from the Rich Dad Poor Dad book series. They have several editions of their cash flow board game. We sold both of those for $40. That's really the top end of our normal sale. I've sold numerous editions of both of those. So yeah, as far as like overall sales go, We did have a couple multi-quantity orders, which because we specialize in board games, and board game pieces, those sales, once we started niching down into board games, these are the kind of sales that I really like getting, because these people tend to come back and buy more and buy more and buy more. So they're not only buying multiple items in one purchase, but they tend to come back and do it multiple times as well. We sold one order for $48 plus shipping. It was 22 game boards. Pretty straightforward purchase, and really it's not that difficult to ship out either, because it's just flat boards. And then we had another one. It was 11 items for $60 plus shipping, and it was a combination of game boards, some game pieces, and then they had a few complete games in it. Well, and that was a repeat purchase, or repeat buyer. They've purchased from us probably 5-6 times now. So those are nice. Those are some of the perks of being a niche down store, is being able to have those kinds of sales. So yeah, so that's it. Like I said, I'm kind of on a mission to get listings done this week. I want to hit 210. I think I can do that, and I'm going to start right now. So I will check in later and let you know how far along I got. Okay, the day is over. I was able to get my 30 listings done. I actually got about 10 additional listings almost done, ready to go for tomorrow. And we've got a lot of games cleaned, so I should be able to hit the ground running tomorrow morning, which should be nice. You'll notice that a lot of my videos are dark, or I look tired in the videos. That's because, as I've mentioned before, we have 4 kids. 3 of them are school age. One is a toddler, and usually what ends up happening is I'll have my work day, and then by about 4:30, that's when the craziness happens. I'm running to one place with one kid. My wife is running another place with another kid, and we try to grab dinner when we can, and then it's getting kids to bed or picking them up from things they've been at all night. And so by the time I get to kind of wrap up my day or wrap up my video, it's late. I'm tired, and silver lining, it's usually nice and quiet after everybody goes to bed, so I don't mind it. But yeah, so it was a good day. I got a lot done. I also got all the backstock over to my parents, which was, again, one of my September goals was to get that all taken care of. So the phase 1 of that is done. The move of all the extra backstock is there. It's over at my parents. So now it's phase 2, which is clean up what we have here so that we actually have a dining room. We got some room in the basement where we keep a portion of the backstock, which you've seen in a couple of videos. But hopefully we can get all of that down there so that we can actually use our dining room as a dining room. At least that's the goal. So that's it for today. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which is typically a day that I go out sourcing. However, there's a lot to do here. There are plenty of games to list and process and whatnot, so I don't think I need to go out sourcing. That's been a big change for me recently. I've learned to say no to more sourcing, and it has helped me out quite a bit, or it helped out the business financial piece quite a bit. We're not spending money just buying inventory over and over and over again that we don't really need. So I'll probably have another one of these videos where I just kind of lay out what we're doing for the day. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Man, I can't see anything. All right, so the day is over. I was able to get my regular 30